Hey everybody, doing the other side 15 with my holy priest. Haven't played with her for a little bit, just doing it dailies. Where if I had knocked out the other side, I could get 2 dailies, which is about 3,000 gold, and I was going through my alts, and this is one of them. Just wanting to say that with a group that we are carrying this DK. I guess he's got like 40k health total, and you'll see him kind of get one shot throughout the dungeon a few times. I'm really trying to do as well as I can, keep people alive, and optimize my boon to do quite a bit of damage. There's a few things that I also want to highlight, like for example, these guys up here, I think it's the Deathwalkers. When they start to spin, right there, you see the little, you kind of have to get out of melee. They kind of hit hard. If you look at the bottom left, the DK got hit by about 50k. Yeah, it got pretty spicy. Go along, healing. I didn't want to pop boon at this mall. These guys are about to die anyways, and I'll probably just use it in the next pack, I believe.
Watch your feet.
And I realized that sometimes these guys do not get interrupted. They got interrupted this time, but I've had several groups that don't interrupt these devoted, and they'll turn into those car, and then they just do tons and tons of damage. Just please stun them, interrupt them, knock them off, stop their cast. Jumping to the first boss, it went pretty good. I always PI the warlock. The damage just scales crazy high. As you could look at the damage meters, his is about to just go nuts. Everything went pretty good here. Trying to optimize my PIs and my boon.
Run.
I'm not gonna lie, I did just narrate this, and realized that I accidentally got messed up and had to do it all over again, so. Don't keep that AB kind of doing well, cast my holy things. Guys are coming along. Cast my divine hymn because I see that blood barrier coming up. I wanted at least a couple of stacks of my divine hymn on everybody to help keep everybody afloat. That's another thing that healers need to pay attention to, is when big AoE burst damage comes out and they cast things such as tranquility or hymn. They have to do it. They should do it prior, so they already got a few stacks going, and then you can add layers of different spells to really pump out healing.
Run.
Knock that guy kind of back in. Hopefully that they can kill him in that previous puddle. Because when those little ads die, they leave a blood puddle. Best whenever you can somehow control the movement and knock them back into the old puddles before they die. Just little things that help. Jumping in that enraged spirit. Just getting out of pools. Healing a little bit. Going along. Nothing too big right here.
Watch your feet.
This pack could do a little bit of damage. I mean, it's tyrannical, so it's not as bad, but especially fortifying, you really gotta watch out when these guys are berserking. They will clobber your tank from 100 to 0 real fast if you're not paying attention, or if he's not paying attention either. Up that boom. And I think this warlock also has got a add-on that tells him when he gets PI, because every time I PI him, it looks like he pops all his cooldowns. When I don't PI him, he don't pop any. It is what it is. Yeah, the Demon Hunt got kind of low right there, and so I was just like, oh, I might need a Guardian Angel him, just in case.
Watch your feet.
Previous videos I showed a full melee group that did not get out of those swirls that the Risen Warlords shoot out, and they all just melted.
You know, it don't just be
Already?
Jumping ahead, first boss, this is pretty tricky. I ended up dying one time trying to soak the beams. Didn't realize how much damage the beams really do on Tyrannical, which they hurt. Keep up my DPS rotation, and then I end up getting clipped by a
Shockwave.
red line. You know the little arrows that spawn little red lines? Yeah, I ended up getting clipped by one of them. I guess two of them, this one and another one. But thankfully killed Earn in time, and it heals the group a lot. I see nobody was getting that beam, and so I try to help out with that.
AOE incoming.
That's where I got clipped. I was like, oh, I'm so bad. Trying to do 20 different things. There's several things I could have done to try to keep me alive, but I didn't. One would have been Guardian Angel, but I didn't really expect to get clipped by that red line.
Behind boss.
Also, Shadow Fury. Please get the Shadow Fury. If there's a bomb going out and someone else gets Shadow Fury, and you're the guy that's getting the bombs, always take priority over the Shadow Fury to stun the boss, because that mass AoE damage that it does is next to unhealable, especially on Tyrannical. One bomb going off with everybody pretty topped off won't kill everybody. See how that DK realized that he had the blue arrow over his head and he went to go stun the boss instead of the bomb? Good play right there. Just a little bit of healing, topping everybody off, going back to DPSing, popping my boon. This was some nice DPS, so helping out, realize I'm getting low. Do some of my self-healing. I got the Curing Potion and the Prayer of Hope, I think, or something like that. Not Prayer, but trying to give me 25% of my health back over the entire thing.
AOE incoming.
Will drive you nuts! This one will drive you nuts! This one will drive you nuts! This one will drive you nuts!
Defensive.
Oh, sweetie!
Watch your step. Shockwave. Watch your step. Shockwave. Watch your step.
I need a target.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
You will pay dearly for this. This should be entertaining.
This is one of the bosses, which is one of the hardest ones in this dungeon, in my opinion.
Target you.
You'll notice that people get this electrifying buff that will do quite a bit. This DK just kept getting zapped down. I mean, like I said before, he's got about 40-ish K health, and he didn't pop any defensives. I was trying to do my thing and just failed to keep him alive. Mage didn't take the portal to jump up, so he got one-shotted. He got Night Fae Seed, so he survived. Cheat death. He got the bomb. He does this mechanic, which is awesome. I'm just trying to heal my ass off, and I've kind of failed right there. I mean, he could have ice blocked, but just the fall damage itself got him. And you can tell with about 4 stacks of that electric buff. You can see the top right under. It can hit pretty good. I mean, right now it's taking for about 11k every second, or half second. And I pop my boom, pop some of my self heals. It could be as the DK, but I guess the warlock was like, nah. And also, I didn't PI the warlock yet because it just came off cooldown, and you realize he didn't pop any cooldowns here. So the boss took a little longer than one expected. Going along, trying to heal everybody.
Find shelter.
Also, pay attention. I'm about to angel the warlock, and in just a few seconds, and he still dies through fall damage, which doesn't make sense. Which you'd think that Guardian Angel, my cheap death angel ability, it's a C at the bottom. It should have saved him, but I guess fall damage doesn't count as fatal damage when it comes to that angel. I don't know. When I say warlock, I meant mage. I used it on the mage.
Find shelter.
Can prove quite deadly. This should be entertaining.
Well, I did pop his cooldowns finally, which is thankful. But hurried the boss up. And where is it going?
Target you.
That's what she wrote. This is where we talk about who goes where. I see that first the warlock says priest goes with DK, and I was like, okay, I'll just go with the DK. And then it got changed up again, which then changed to something like, I think the mage and the tank wants to go together, and then all of a sudden the warlock, I believe, changed it up again.
You think you're one boss man? Maybe you've been skulking in the shadows for too long.
And because I was meaning to say I'm not going with the demon hunter, I'm going to DK, but I mistyped it and I said DK twice, which just completely confused everything. Warlock first said go with the DK, then he said don't go with the DK, and now he's saying that DK go to the bottom left, and I'm like, okay, everybody's kind of
Run
has
out.
3 different plans, but
Shockwave.
the meta is the healer just goes with the tank, but I got kind of mixed up. I was
Shockwave.
confused. I get confused easy sometimes, guys. I'm sorry. I try my best.
Run out.
Go along, try and keep everybody alive. Try to keep my master spell on cooldown. Drop those dots so they don't do extra AoE. I realize everybody's got popped up, and we got that earn buff, so it heals the group. And there goes another mask. Now I can start trying to do a little DPS. especially tyrannical, you want to try to save your cooldowns, the offensive cooldowns for the totems, because as you'll see in a little bit, it takes quite a bit to take those totems down, especially if you're not a burst class. And this is where I get confused. I went with plan A, I'm going with DK, even though he said bottom left, DK took bottom right. I was like, and now the mage kind of followed with. I was like, whatever. That's still 11 minutes left. We'll be just fine. I mean, little miscommunication and confusion, but it happens in pugs a lot of times.
You never care about your people. Only power.
I was like, them two people had 3 different plans. At first I thought, yeah. I thought I was going with the DK. Mage was gonna go with the by himself, and Demon Hunter was gonna solo, but then it got switched up because Demon Hunter don't think he soloed by himself, and then he got switched up the 3rd time, which I was like, ugh.
Shockwave.
Right there, I didn't really get that master spell. I ended up just healing through it. And in just a little bit, you'll see me try to save this DK after a little while from dying from one of the sprays, because he was like running straight back, and you could definitely tell that he was about to get hit. So I gripped him, but was a split second too late, and he ended up dying. But
Run out. Shockwave.
dodging things, trying to heal. I realized I only have 2 healing cooldowns left. My hem and my other big one, which
Portal.
so tricky trying
You best hurry.
to keep track of
Find
so many
shelter.
different things at once. See, this is me and this DK, and we just could not get this guy down. I popped my cooldowns. I should have saved Boom, but I didn't, and it costed us. I mean, spoiler alert, we still timed the key, but me and him still couldn't get that down, which is kind of unusual because I've healed. I got all the healing classes, and every single one I've never really had a problem killing this guy. With just me and him. We got close, and I realized I died, and I was like, oh, so close, we got 3%, I'm gonna run to the totem and get it, and it's too late already. Oh, here we go.
Run out.
Me trying
Shockwave.
to top people off a little bit, and things are going how they're going. And pretty soon you'll see all me and I believe there's warlock about to get cleared by those little swirly circle purple debuffs on the ground. Like that. Guardian Angel on the Demon High because he's super low, but I realized he had cooldowns, he had defensive, so I was just like,
Shockwave.
oh, see, we all got clipped right there.
Don't drink that.
Why was it?
That's, you could spit in it. That's it.
Sorry, that was my wife. She's telling me. Kids sabotaging my drink like usual.
Run out.
The price don't
Find
matter
shelter.
now. Foolish mortals.
And I pretty much finished out here. We cleared this up and we killed the boss, and we call it a day.
You can't be holding me forever. There'll be no escape. Darkness
Run out.